Hey everyone, this is Michael from NCY Store. We just got done completing the front and the trunk installation, and I'm going to do today is not really give you a detailed installation how to do the front trunk video, because I have that in my other video. It's very lengthy in detail. However, for the trunk video, I think there's quite a few YouTubers out there who do a really good job of showing detail. Frugal Tesla, I got to give a shout out to him. Larry Lee, who did his installation, did a great job. I learned a lot from those guys. But what I'm going to do is going to teach you a little bit of the pretty much how the function, set it up, and everything. Okay, so here goes. We saw the kick sensor. What's great about my kick sensor is actually very convenient, because I think it's 2018 year ending maybe, or even 2019, they start putting these little plates here you can actually just take off, so you don't actually have to take off your front bumper. So I got really lucky. You see there, there's a little, there you go, there's a little 2 screws of Phillips. You just pop it out and you put your foot sensors in there, and then you just run the wires. See that little, see I went right through here, the other end. I poke a hole right through that little, I guess you call it a rubber garment, to water seal it correctly. So I did everything pretty much by their installation book. I did it for the version 2, and then I had to manipulate the wires for the version 3. The difference between the version 2 is that, and the version 3 is that the fact that you can actually control and open your trunk pretty much from your screen monitor. Like for instance, see how I have it open right now? Well, it'll start flickering. This is that version 2, you see that? I'm sorry, this is version 3. Version 2 won't have it flicker like this, where you can actually push it. Since Tesla is not, Model 3 is not actually, by default, given automatic trunk to open or close, it doesn't actually have the close button. We wish preferably they did, but they don't, so it's not programmed. So Hansshow did a great job of doing the best they can and what they had to work with. They didn't put in the front for, I guess for safety issue, just in case it ever actuates. But anyway, you have to capture it really quickly. This is the first version 3 update software, which I'm going to show you how to actually update the software to the newer version, where it gives you a little bit more longer delay. Because for instance, if I push it right now, it won't close it, right? If I push it too late, either when it says open sign, it still won't close it. The reason why is it needs to be pushed right away as soon as it says open. So that's the problem with this version update software, which I'm going to show you. I'm going to update to the newer one, and you're going to see it available to be closed. You can't see from my tinted right here, the trunk is still actually open, but here it goes. You can see it right now. The trunk is open. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, as soon as it says open again, I'm gonna go and push it right away. There we go. Perfect. Triggered it. There it is. See that? You can close it now. Before, you couldn't do that. You had to come over here and click it open or close it. So the button works also. You can push the button here also. Now they give you 1 button, Hansshow. I told them maybe they can give 2, but we'll see what they did work. I like to pay, because if you're camping and stuff like that, you want to be able to close from the inside, and reaching all the way to your front dash, you could do that, but it's just a little bit of a stretch. Well, and what's great about this one, if you were to mount this far to the right as possible, this is great for if you're in this side of the aisle, you push with your right arm. But if you're camping and everything, I think it'd be great to put it somewhere over here next to the driver's side, so when you're actually about to get ready to go, you can just push it over here. You can always kick it quick. By the way, the kicking motion is actually different. I didn't know that, but you don't go left and right. So let's see here. I think I might shut off. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so the kicking motion is not left to right. I thought it was always like swerving your feet like this, and it would work sometimes. However, it's actually, the sensor is right here. It's actually front and back motion really quickly. See that? There's no hesitation. Also, I want to share with you how to set the speed, because there's a short press on the controller box, which I'll guide you, and then there's a long press, which I'll cover that in just shortly. What it is if you press the long press, that just shows you the strength of it clamping down. But if you do a short press really quickly, what that's going to do is actually, it's going to allow it to close pretty much responsively, or open part. It's going to open quickly, like within 3 seconds or 1 second. I preferably, this is the 1 second open. See, kick it real quick. Boom. No hesitation, just goes right open. Now by default, it might be set to 3 seconds, which I'm going to show you how to adjust that. All you really need is like some kind of a little nail or something to trigger everything. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and I put the little sound here, by the way, because you can see here where I attach my speaker. That way, I don't like the little beeping noise. After a while, I can just take it off. I did the same thing to my Frunk, which I'll show you guys in a little bit, which you've probably seen already. So I put the controller box right here. You can see here, and because the reason why is there's a ground block right there as well. And I actually ran my power cord I didn't go through the sliding door. You can say I didn't make any holes or penetrate through my hood to get to my battery. I was able to tap it inside here where the kinker foot stand is. So, well, now he didn't realize that you can close it within 3 seconds. So I'm going to show him. Here, the guy said you can't do it, but not. Look, 1 second. Watch. Okay, here we go. There is adjusting. You ready? Watch. Right. 1 second, not 3 seconds. he is surprised. So it was all adjustment, which we got that done. So here we go now. What was I gonna say? I got too excited there. So I'm gonna open this again, and I'll show you guys where I mount my speakers there. I'm jumping a little bit here, but that's what I like about Tesla. Everything's clampable. So I can actually use the same speaker to make that noise if I want my hood to make a sound. I just bring it over here, and if you see right here, somewhere here, there's my speaker wire. I think I might have fallen here somewhere, but it's somewhere right here, as long as I can access it. It might be tucked in here already, but yeah, I usually can put the speaker wire here. The reason why is so you can adjust the speed and hear it, because if you don't do it, you won't be able to adjust it. Oh, somewhere here. But anyway, I have it here. It uses the same speaker pretty much for front and back, or maybe back here actually. I might have hid it in. Did so well I can't even find it. So you can see here I got all the aftermarket accessories, including the mash and everything like that. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Have this go line real quick. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how to software update. What's great about this, see, this has a button too you can push. That's why I want to be like the trunk, just near it, where you're not having to reach all the way to the very top and push the button. It just doesn't seem good. I think that having the button near you is better, especially if you're inside sleeping. You can actually push the button with your feet and close it. Because the only thing I think recommended for the front trunk is to be able to kick it as well. Why not, right? You're already here. You know, I usually have to have the app open. And you know, I think you can do a lot more with the Apple stats, but since you have an Android, there's not really much you can do other than using the Tesla app. But I would love to have it where I think a suggestion to Hansshow maybe to have a little foot sensor right in the front. That way people could just open. What I keep in here is pretty much my car cover, and my car cover is very bulky. Once I roll it up, I'm holding it in my arms, right, curling it, because I don't want it to get there, touch the ground or else get dirty. But I'd love to be able to kick the front, have it open, put my car cover in there, and be done with. But other than that, I can always open it from here, but I can't close from here. That's another thing I was thinking that they'll allow you to do, since you can open from here. Sorry, you guys can see it. There we go. See how it opens? The only thing you're gonna see, it doesn't flicker where you can close it back. I would love for, I think with the home link or something like that, they said it can make it happen like that. But there's always ways around it. But the only way you can close it either through the app, or you come around and just touch this button right here. But other than that, I had this hood installed for almost 3 months now, and so far it's working perfectly every time. You can see it pulls it right close in. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna update the software. You saw what it is. I couldn't open it when it was flickering open for the first time. Just to remind you guys again. Jumping everywhere here. So for instance here, see how it doesn't have a flicker? See, like, if I catch the open too late, it won't open the trunk. Watch, I'll wait for 1 second. Even though you saw me push it, right? It's still not opening. See that? Okay, so what I do is I have to wait for it to open really quickly. Then I push it, and then it closes it, or it reactivates wherever it's at. It doesn't tell you if it's open or closed. It just keeps flickering so you can control it. I believe it's not flickering anymore because it's closed. But if it's open, you can open from here. See that? Okay. However, now it's flickering. There you go. But you have to catch it right away. So this new other version, I call it version 3.1, because the version 3 software originally, it just had to do this. Now they actually able to fine tune it some more. Hansshow did a great job of making that happen. So, oh, sorry. Let me lessen the screen. So you have to catch it right away when it says open. There we go. There we go. Now it finally captures it and it closes it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the software update right now. I'm gonna show you how to set the speed. I'm gonna show you how to set the strength, and I'm gonna show you how to set it to for it to open quickly, not 3 seconds, sometimes the default, but to 1 second like me right here. See that? No hesitation, just opens right away. Okay, so pretty much how I did mine, again, I did a clean install. You know, when you do it yourself, you get to take your time on it. Let's see if here, I can lift this up here. There we go, I might be able to hold it like this, who knows. Okay, so you can see here, there's the controller box, see that? No messy wires crunched together. I ran this right here cleanly to the foot sensor area. My car is super clean. I'm one of those OCD people. If you look at, oh, I didn't know this was almost like a Velcro. Well, anyway, I went through here. I didn't have to take these guys off. I got very lucky. You know, I use all the loops and stuff. Watching everyone else's video has been helpful, big time. Tesla Luna, he taught me that with using some lube. Gotta give a shout out to him. You just run it through here and just pull it out. And you can see here, I haven't got this covered yet though. But sometimes if your latch doesn't open like this and you know that your OEM switch is working, you can bypass and test it out and see if you put like a, you know, something across it and if it still doesn't open. This is what I really just use, just a little needle here to test everything out. You can see here, I'll put it in here like this, close the latch. There you go. You know, some people use a screwdriver, but all you really need is something sturdy. You don't want to put your finger in there. And if this thing doesn't actuate by itself and you see that the trunk is opening or closing, I mean, you see the trunk is trying to open and going, more than likely, it's the fact that it's actually a wire here that I overlooked. My 3M tape is coming off a little bit, but it's right here. This wire here wasn't connected properly. This red wire here that gives power to this switch. And so it didn't actually do this part. So I had to use a broomstick. I was carrying a broomstick for several months just to manually shove it in there, and because I didn't want to crawl underneath here. Just shove it in my there and just try to open this with a broomstick handle, and then was able to click it open. Okay, so I just dropped this real quick here. And that was the tool I was going to show you. Let me try to find that guy. Oh no, it might be here. Yeah. All right. It's always that tool here. Let me find it real quick and I'll get back. Okay, always my luck. It fell right in there. There we go. Let me grab it. This is the only tool you need to push the button and everything like that. Well, to install it, you're gonna need a few more tools in this, of course. You'll need something to pull it out. These are my little tool patch here. You need a T45 to take out adjust this right here to put their latch on there, automatic. And again, you see other videos, they'll show you how to do that. This is a T45 right here to move this. What I did was I drew it with a permanent marker so I know where the little pinpoint dot is. And that kind of helped me reference where it was. Actually, this is not that sensitive as the trunk one. The trunk one you had to be really tuning. This one was not that hard actually. What was that I thought was a problem was at first when it didn't open back. This did this part. What it does is when the trunk latches on it, it pulls down the motor and it brings the trunk in. Watch, you'll see it. Slow motion here. Okay. You just push the button. Oh, you know what? I have to reset it because I played around with the latch. You can see here, I can manually do it. See that? How it pulls it in more? Okay, so. I just remember the T here because I put it right in the center. There you go. Hopefully on the other side. But this was doing this part, but it didn't just open up because of that reason. So yeah, all these wires are cleaned up. Thanks to, I want to give a shout out to Hansshow. His name is Jane, J-I-A-N. He's the one that helped me troubleshoot. He goes, are you sure your wires are good? Because they were about to send me a new wire replacement and everything. And then Jane said, let's try something else. Because I think your trouble is that this latch wouldn't do its part. And, you know, as a gatekeeper, it wouldn't open up for you to let the trunk automatically lift. Because the shock did its part. You know, this did its part. But the one that didn't do its part was this guy here that didn't allow it to unlock itself and pop open. So what was I looked at these wires. And he said, just make sure your connections are good. I tugged on it. And then this red wire was the one that actually came right off loose. So be careful. I know these are like from, you know, they're aftermarket connectors. They're probably not the best. So you want to make sure your contacts are good. These things have a faulty area sometimes. They sometimes pop open because I guess they're just little plastic clips that kind of, you know, pressure lock them in. So make sure that these guys aren't coming off too. I put some good 3M tapes. The reason why is any other brand, they sometimes kind of really peel off quickly. So you can see here, this is the one I use. Yep, and then I use some Oh, check this out. My model car. Looks almost the same, right? See the back of it? Not bad. Well, you can go here and see it. You can see it. You know, you can't get the real thing, you can get the toy car. I think they're making a Hot Wheel Tesla truck too. So that's pretty cool. So, not bad, huh? All right, so anyway, let's get back to it. I'm gonna keep this here because I kind of like that. All right, so I can throw that in there. Okay, so here we go. This is the main part where you're coming after, how to adjust things, how to adjust the speed and everything. Now, if you want to adjust the speed, how fast it goes, you don't have to do with the controller box. I believe, however, what you do is you want to lock this in, but I wouldn't do this because the reason why is every time you lock it in, it thinks that the trunk is already closed and the system goes into like sleep mode. Watch, you'll see it in its look. You see the light still blinking? Okay, the minute I do this, trick the system, you'll see the latch goes down too because it's thinking it's already gripped it, and you'll see this motor here runs all the way back down. You'll see in a second here. I'll do it really quickly. Oh, there you go. And then you'll see this, give it about 30 seconds, you'll see it's kind of dead. And that's why I have to manually close it myself after I adjust it. It gives you like 30 seconds, maybe a little bit longer. See, there it goes, dead. See that? The light just shuts off. It goes into sleep mode. So when people tell you to do that, it pretty much puts in sleep mode, and you can't really test this out, right? You can hold on to it all day, there's no power to it. The only way to wake up the car is pretty much by its original OEM button, I believe. There we go. It wakes it up again. You can see the light comes on. You see this pops back up because what it's doing is pushing its hood up. It's thinking it's ready to release this. Okay, now you can actually just hold this down. Ready? It goes up to 6 beep, by the way. That's the first beep. That's pretty much your slowest. This is pretty much your second beep. Third beep. 4 beep. 5 beep, 6 beep. That was it. 6 beep is the fastest. I actually didn't give you guys a reference, right? But this is the fastest you can see here. All right. Again, I probably have to manually close it, which is okay. If you have to manually close it, it's fine. Just guide it. There you go. You can see this is the 6 beep one right here, how fast it actually opens and closes. Not how fast the lock unlatches this, but you can see this is pretty fast. So let's go and do, I'm not gonna even push this. Let's just go ahead and do like 1 beep. Okay, let go when you hear the end of the beep. Okay, so here we go. Or you can go to like push the button here. Yeah, sometimes what they do is they trick this lock right here after they set it. So let's say, for instance, you push it. Just waiting for 1 beep, I guess. It's gonna actually, oh, that's 2 beeps, sorry. 3 beeps. 4 beeps. 5 beeps. 6 beep. Let's see if it goes back to 1 beep. You might have to lift your finger, reset it, do it again. Okay, so it doesn't go back to 1 beep. It doesn't cycle, so you push it again. It starts at 2 beep. All right, so we got 2 beep. Okay, but you can get to 1 beep. There you go. Unlock that, and then you can push this original button, and it might close. If not, then you can just close it yourself. Okay, so this is actually 2 beeps here. I like that part where it sucks it in. Okay, so here we go. Now it's still actuating really fast. Okay, let's do this again. We're gonna hold it down, 1 beep. Okay, that's 1 long beep right there. All right, so let's see here. There's nothing to really latch because we didn't actually unlock this. So let me see if I push this button to start it. All right, see the power right there is still on. Pushing it, nothing. So we'll just push this one right here. All right, you see how slow that is? That's pretty much how you adjust it. Pretty much just kind of hold on to the trunk button that comes with the thing, and then wait for it to go 1 or 2. Okay, here we go. We'll open. Okay, there we go. Now we got that trunk tipped off a little bit. Now we're gonna set it back to the fastest speed because it's annoyingly slow. So we're gonna just hold on to it. That's one beep. That's what, okay, here, I'll show you the slowest one so you guys can see the difference. Look at that. The turtles will probably creep in there before it actually fully closes. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So, there we go. So it still opens fairly fast, but again, that's the difference between 1 versus 6. So we're gonna go and get back to the 6. That's 1 beep, 2 beep, 3 beep, 4 beep, 5 beep, 6 beep, the last one. I'll let go. All right, so there you go. Expect to be the fastest one. I kind of like the kick. You can push the button too. In fact, I'll probably have to push a button to set it. There you go, much faster. All right, so here we go. Look at that, it works really fast. Now I want to show you what happens when you set the trunk pressure. This is probably set to 1. If you do a short press on this, you'll hear like a 1 beep or 2 beep. Since it's already at the lowest, the fastest trunk closing, trunk opening latch, it only beeps 1 time. But if I push it now, just really quickly, just 1 dap, you'll see it beeps twice because it's actually saying, okay, you want 3 seconds delay before bolt. The reason why people do that, I just believe that maybe they need some time to react to it. There's for me, I think there's probably no need. You're carrying something pretty heavy. You just want your trunk open right away so you can unload. So anyway, so let's say we push it real quick. You see that? And then you'll see it jiggle a little bit. You hear that beep? There we go. Okay, so here we go. We'll push this down. Now the difference with this is when you hear that like that short press. Now the short press is different than the long press. Don't get that confused for the trunk pressure. Okay, so this is the short press, right? And watch how it opens. See that? There's like a 3-second delay. Now, if that's something you like, then leave it there. But if there's something you don't like, just give it a good push one more time. Really? Here we go. That's 1 long press, and then you'll see a little bump noise. There you go. That's how it does it. I just reacts like it's like, oh, it's startled. Okay, here we go. All right, sometimes it's probably not gonna go any up for us or higher. So we'll have to manually close it. Let's see if this will work. Okay, so it's not, just manually just help it down. Just kind of reset it, it's no biggie. It'll do the rest. Don't ever force it to latch. It should automatically pull itself because that's what that latch does, go up and down because it pulls itself. Okay, so here we go. Quick, see, there you go. See, that goes from 3-second delay to 1-second delay. Now, this is actually a set to the lowest strain to, because some people don't need a lot of strength to literally clamshell their trunk. The reason why I know is that because I have PPF protection film here, and before I got this all figured out, right, I was playing around with it. I didn't realize it was crunching up my PPF film because this thing does take an impact once it keeps hitting it. But since I have PPF film, it doesn't really damage my paint. They did a great job. Albert from Paint Protection Film Solution, recommend them. They're up in Fremont, California, the Bay Area, in the Audi pretty much showroom if you're ever into. So now this is the version of setting the strength. Okay, so a lot of people, I guess, they set this latch here and do it. I'm going to try not to do it with the latch and see if it'll still do it. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to go after this guy here. I'm going to hold it down. This is a long press now. That's 1. This can go up to 5, the strength. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's it. Now this is probably the harshest, like the strength will go like bam. Okay, well supposedly it will. Let's see what it does. Let's see here. All right, maybe I'll have to push this to set it. Okay, you can see it, watch. See that? How it goes. You can hear a little bit more of a snap, like an attitude. All right, I love the 1 second. I just can't get over that one. I was hoping they'd never leave me stuck because unfortunately the Frunk, you can't do it timing wise. It only has a certain one and it only sets that certain part. So for instance, if you open it, I wish they would. There's still a little bit of delay. if you notice, there's like almost still like a 3-second delay for the motor to run. And there's only one set of pressure too, but the trunk one, it has a little bit more adjustment. So let me do it again real quick, then you can see the motor running. I'm gonna go and push the button here, and then I'm gonna let you guys, here you go, you guys have to see me in detail, right? So here we go. You see that? There's a little bit of like maybe 2 second, maybe 2.5 second delay before it really opens. But yeah, you can't adjust the speed of it, unfortunately. I believe you can with that. You hold on to it, you hear the beep. You can adjust the speed of how fast it closes and how fast it opens, but you can't adjust the speed of the latch unlocking quickly. So with the trunk one, you can, which is awesome. Okay, so now we got that squared away. That was the harshest one, right? So you probably won't know the difference unless you're really here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it back, hold it down until I hear a beep. That's one. This is like the softest one. All right. I think I might have maybe need to actually do that trick with the pin and false it to latch. Okay, here we go then. Okay. There we go. Just pull it out. All right, let's set this one really. Let's set it to 5 again. Let's see what happens. Hold it down. I'm holding it down this time. 1. This is adjusting the strength of the pressure of closing, by the way. Nothing to do with opening it faster. I believe that's 5. Okay, so this should be, and then what you do is unlock this back because it needs to, all right. And then you just reach over here, tap that, see, which just still doesn't do it. So let me see if I, okay. So just manually help it for the first time to reset it. And then also you can adjust to what level you want it on. Okay, there we go. Okay, the idea we're testing out here is to actually see slams pretty good. You can't even tell the difference. Let me go by and do the same thing for the number 1 here. So here we go. We're doing the strength test still of how. Okay, there we go. We got that set. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and push this button here. Just gonna wait for 1 beep. This is a long press, by the way. It's not the difference between a short press where it opens up for 1 second or 3 second delay. Okay, so we got the 1 press in there. Let's go ahead and release back this latch. All right, and then we can push this button, I believe. Okay, which never works for me. I don't know why. Might forgot something. Okay, either or, it's still not jiggling, so I'll have to help it. By the way, how you adjust the height of where you want it to actually open up to the fullest is you pull it down slowly and then you adjust it and you set that button there, I believe there. Frugal Tesla's got a great video on how to set that adjustment. I'll leave it to him if you get a chance to watch all the videos. Okay, so anyway, I shouldn't be doing it here. I think you might be able. Okay, let's see here. Might be memory here. If you notice there, when it comes out like maybe 6 inches away, it still slams it. So I don't know why the difference is. But this shouldn't open to the point where I left it. Let's see. Yeah, see, it still opens wide up. So yeah, Frugal Tesla has a way you can actually see how he does his to adjust a certain level. He does it really meticulously. He kind of like slows it really good down and he holds onto the button or something like that. So let's see if I remember what he said. Holds it slowly to where I want it to. Okay. I don't think this will work though, but we'll see. And he holds this down right here for 1. Okay, that's 1 there. All right. Let's see what happens. I don't think it'll actually stay, but we'll find out. I like that. So remember again, foot action is this way. You don't have to go like this, like a wand or anything like that. It would work sometimes, but what you're really doing is actually after the sonic, ultrasonic. Oh, actually, look, it stayed. There we go. So that's how you open it to a certain level of height that you want it. Now, if you want it all the way next time, just push it all the way up. This is great if you're like a little bit more short, or you have your, you know, significant other and they're kind of shorter than you, or whoever's using the car with you. You can lower to that little temperament, hold this down to the level of height you want, and then just press that button. So anyway, I'm going back to where I want it to be, all the way to the fullest, because I like to be open. Okay, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, that goes to 6. I always get confused with the pressure lock. Okay, there you go, let it go. Awesome. And now we're gonna get started in the programming shortly. I told myself I'm gonna keep this video under 40 minutes, so that's what I'll do. Okay, here we go. Went all the way back up. There you go. That's where we want it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. What you'll need, I'm not sure there's a difference though. They recommend a TF card. So I ordered one from Amazon. They're only like what, $5-6. I'm not sure what they look like any different than an SD card, a micro SD card, but I kept on trying to distinguish it. But just try to see if you can Google it, or you know, put a TF card on there. They don't recommend more than 16 gigabytes, so I got 8 gigabytes to be safe, and you have to format to FAT32 if you're doing it for the first time. Now, this is your second software update, of course. You don't have to worry. So let me put this in the slot to my computer and show you how it's moved. All right. It's a nice computer here, LG. Very light, weighs like almost in ounces. All right, let's see if I can get the, there we go. So what I'm gonna do is open it. I probably don't have to use this mouse here. Flatten this guy. Okay, so we're gonna open this right here. You guys wanna see the cutest devil? It's my girl's little niece. She's probably 1 year old. Oh no, she just had her birthday. Probably 1 year old and 2 months. So 14 months old. There you go. Cute, isn't it? She's Chinese and Cambodian. Very cute baby. All right, so we're at Hansshow, and the SD card's here. So let me go and open that in a different folder. By the way, SD card, when they sometime give it to you in the update, they don't rename it for you. The reason why is it's not like it's going to interfere or anything. It's the fact that they want to let you know what the archive version is before you rename it and change it to update.bin. And the only reason why you have to rename it to update.bin when you put it on the SD card is the controller box here doesn't know how to read other than that file name, update.bin. So it's actually for the controller box. But for your own reference, they actually send you the update pretty much in the raw format, what it's supposed to be. So here we go. This is what the update looks like. So what you do is you put your SD card in here, which I'll do format. So you want to do is format FAT32. So here we go. We'll start. Click OK. It's pretty quick, probably less than 5 seconds. There you go. It's done. It's not a big file. Again, I recommend getting 8 gigabyte. Don't try to go with the 125 gigabyte SD card or anything like that. You can't format FAT32. Anything bigger than 16, I believe, or less than 32 preferably. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to go ahead and grab that file, which I saved under, I believe it's under pictures. I love Korean barbecue, so I save all my Korean barbecue pictures. I'm not sure you guys go out there to Korean barbecue places and take pictures of what you're cooking in the grill, kind of rubbing in people who's not there with you eating. Show them next time, not stand you up. Here we go, Tesla Model 3 mods, yeah. And then I'm gonna go Hansshow, and then I believe the file is here. You can see here the file is labeled different name. This is actually the latest version for them. It's gonna cause the open sign to delay a little bit, so you have time to react. It seems more natural than trying to get it when it actually flickers open sign. So I'm gonna go ahead and just copy. Oh shoot, I don't want to rename it here. I want to keep its original file name here. Only for my records, again, is only for your human eye archiving, but the computer will not understand that file if you put it in there. And then what you want to do is you want to paste it. There we go, yes. And then you're gonna rename it here. All right, so we'll name it, what was the name? Rename it to, I think it's Gosh. Is it auto, really? Auto.bi. I don't think so. Oh boy. All right. I think I have another file name under that name too. I call it version 3 though. So let me go back to it really quickly. My mom has dementia. I'm hoping I'm not getting probably. Okay. It's called update. There you go. I put this under. This is the original version 3 update. The one that you saw right there. Because if you had version 2, your trunk would not blink left and right. And also there's modification required on the wires to be able to do it. Now, great news for people who are just ordering the Hansshow system now. They actually have it where you don't have to, unless you want the trunk to come over here, that's the only wire that you'll probably want to run to bring it all the way up here and tap it. But if you don't mind having the cord right here on the right hand side, the controller box will be on the right hand side on the new version 3 wiring setup. You don't have to worry about trying to fish all this wire here. So this was always been one of the biggest challenge with everyone, is fishing the wires all the way up here, but now you don't have to. So with the new version 3 wire configuration, you tap everything pretty much. You're gonna have to remove the pillars. You'll have to get into your seat, so you'll remove this right here from your side of your seat, and then you're going to remove the, I believe, the A pillar here. I haven't done it yet, but if it comes in, I'll kind of maybe guide you guys through it. So it's pretty cool. So that's the new version. I call it the version 3.1 or something that match with their software. But anyway, that's pretty much their wiring harness. This was actually manipulated from version 2. So I had to tap the wires here and manipulate here. I'll pull this all out here so you guys can see it. There you go. See that? I had to cut the wires from here and kind of join the wire here. You guys don't have to do that with the new one. And this is where that TF card goes. I would call it micro SD card because it's almost actually everything the same. So here we go. So it's called auto, right? Update, sorry. It's called update. So let me go ahead and go back to the TF card. Not confuse you, this was the version 3.1. So let's go ahead and change this to update, rename. Again, the only reason why we were naming it is because the system will not understand update. Oh boy. There we go, update. BIN. Okay, it's there now for you. And you can inject this, you know, better to inject it than, you know, force it out. So here we go, hit inject. Okay, then you can just push this by, take out your SIM card. There we go. We're transferring this sucker here. Now you can keep all the wires here because I believe their other version there, they showed you a video where it's in Chinese. You probably won't understand, so that's why I'm going to help Hansshow to create a better video. Hopefully this is doing its part. That you can actually leave all the power cords and everything in there because I asked him, is it going to damage anything? Is it going to do something funny? Now what you're going to see how it's constantly blinking and then the green light's constantly on. It's going to actually, what it's going to do now is make sure you face a certain direction. You can't force it. See, this is in the wrong direction. See that? So you have to go this way. Now you're going to see the red light automatically blink really fast, which is okay. You ready? I'm not sure if I'm supposed to take the power off, so bear with me here. There we go. It's blinking really fast. Hopefully this thing's not going to clamp down on me, right? Let's see what it does. Okay. And you can see here, once it's a constant now, you can take it off. See that? It's a constant red now, and it's also a constant green still, right? So when you take it off, it should blink slowly back, the red. There you go. You can hear a beep. There you go. That's it. That was a software update. It probably took less than 20 seconds. I kind of got detoured. Now let's see what better it does, right? Still the same. Oh, this is very slow. It might reset it everything. Yeah, it probably did reset everything. Yeah, literally. Even this one's 3-second delay. So everything I taught you guys, we're going to do it again together. Well, let me put this away. Don't want too much static energy from running around with it. I believe it goes this way. All right. Hopefully this helps you guys out. If you guys enjoyed this video or kind of like cut to the chase with me, hope you guys use my promotion link. There you will get incentive for using it. I think it's like a certain percentage off the unit. And I also do the installation too, by the way, if you're here in the Central Valley area. So again, let's go and reset this. Let's hold this down to 6. So it won't be such a, you can see here I'm not even using anything to touch the latch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, here we go. Much faster. but we still have to set the compression. I'm not gonna even worry about. It just seems like it's gonna do what it's gonna do. But what I'm gonna do is try to set it to not take 3 seconds like this to open it, and that's gonna require my needle nose again. So here we go. Just a short press, okay? I think this is already 2, so if I push it right now, it probably should beep a long beep of 1. So really quick, less than half a second. See that? And then you can hear it jiggle. Maybe. There you go. I'm starting to get to know this guy here. Okay, here we go. All right, so you're gonna have to help it. I mean, I could try it again, but it never seems to work for me. So I'm gonna just try to force it down. Not force it down, but just kind of guide it down. There we go, let it do the rest. All right, so opening it up should be very quick now. There we go. There we go, 1 second opening now. Just do it again just to make sure. I was getting good at kicking, now I'm not. I actually hit the bottom. All right, so here we go. One more time to try it out, the 1 second opening. Right? Yeah, yep, it works. Now, the main part of during that update was to see if actually that open one, it's much more responsive. Gives us a little bit delay. Do you remember last time what we did was, when we tried to push this a little bit at the end, it wouldn't do it. So let's see if it does now. Oh, see, it opens. Sorry, you can probably see from my rear. Sorry. Okay, let's do this again. Opening is no problem there. See that? It's opening. Or can you see it open? Okay, here we go. 1 second here. All right, I'm gonna let it delay. There we go, that's delay. There you go, it worked. It worked beautifully. So that was it. That was a software update. Hope you guys enjoyed my video. Please see the promotional link on the bottom of this video to get yours, Hansshow. They come in, if you're gonna order the complete set, they come in a box, complete like this. And it looks actually identical box. The only way you could tell which one's the front, which one's the trunk is the front, the Frunk. You see how it says power tailgate and power Frunk. The only way you can tell is pretty much by the code here. It'll put a little barcode here. It says Frunk on there. And then also the Frunk weighs a little bit lighter than the trunk, of course. And then this is the trunk one right here. There we go. So this is pretty much Hansshow. Power trunk. See, like this, I got my camera in my hand and I got my Hansshow tailgate. I can't reach the latch. Real quick, let's do it. Perfect. Put this here. All right, so to open the front one, bring this over again. That's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping Hansshow will create a foot sensor for the front. That'll be awesome. Instead of just reaching over here, open the tailgate. This is it. The trunk will probably take you, maybe if you do a good clean job, it might take you 3 hours really. That's if you're a novice, okay? But if you're good, you're just gonna be whipping it out in less than probably an hour or so, you know, once you do quite a bit of install. So that's the front one. And then you got the trunk, which has a little bit more thing. And then I'm gonna actually install the button right here. I'm probably thinking of putting the button somewhere right here perhaps. So when I'm camping and sleeping in my Tesla, I can reach over my little fat toe or something and just click this button and the trunk will close. I don't have to stretch my arms to the front of the screen or anything like that. But it's no problem there too. So let's see if we can close it again. We'll wait for it to delay before we try it. Oh look, it stays open for quite a while. Okay. There you go, works every time. I love this new software version 3.1 I call it. It's our latest update and you'll get that once you actually order the new Tesla Hansshow Model 3 automatic front and trunk. So Michael from NCY Store, thank you guys again for watching this video and hope you enjoy it.